G'day. Okay, what you can see here, there we go, we've got some focus. This is the Huon Pine dinghy. Yes, it's still hanging around. It's winter in Tassie, and yeah, dry sunny days without any wind, few and far between in winter. Oh, not really winter, we're getting into spring, but yeah, spring takes a long time to come about in Tassie. So you don't really get a spring. You go from winter, just sort of blends into summer. But anyway, we've got the second coat under it. After that first one, no, I didn't video that, yeah. The first coat that I did, which I did video, was too late, a bit too late in the afternoon, and I thought it was dry enough, and I left it outside, and then it all, yeah, went really dull and yucky, and yeah, so I had no option but to spray it again. And yeah, so I've been waiting for a decent day, and yeah, today we had minimal wind, and it was sunny, not warm, like average for Tassie for this time of year. It's about 15 C. So, but yeah, it's been a long time since I've sprayed enamel. Well, yeah, other than the first coat that I put on this. And well, the first, yeah, full coverage. Anyway, I got the paint out, the enamel paint, and I thinned it down. I did about a quarter, and yeah, I can only use terps in it. Like I could use thinners, and that'd make it dry quicker, except that there's already enamel underneath. So if I put thinners, thin the enamel down with regular paint thinners, it'd just fry up the paint underneath. So that's not an option. But anyway, even just with the quarter thinners, like was spraying nicely and seemed okay, but it's just too cold for it. And what had happened is I gave it a nice, wasn't even a heavy coat, I suppose about a medium coat. And yeah, it all looked good. And then I come out about 20 minutes later to go a second coat, and there was runs everywhere. And it was still wet, like it was still running 20 minutes later. You know, it should have flashed, 5-10 minutes after I sprayed it. And then I just realised it's just too cold. It feels warm to me. I'm used to it. We've just gone for a winter, but yeah. So I had to then get a little bit of rag with a tiny bit of thinners on it and wipe off all the areas with runs on them. Start again, basically. So yeah, and then I only thinned it down to about 1/10, probably not even that. So it's basically just straight out of the can. And yeah, because it wasn't, I can't think of the word now, but like the paint was sort of coming out of the gun a little bit lumpy. It wasn't atomizing. It wasn't atomizing as well as it should. Possibly if I had a bigger jet on the gun or something, I might have got away with it. But yeah, it wasn't atomizing properly. It was sort of just too thick. Yeah, and but anyway, I went over it, gave it another coat, and then I gave it another 2 coats, half an hour apart. And it's come up reasonable, like, that's it for me. I'm not going to spray it again. And yeah, still a little bit saggy in a few spots. Don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. Yeah, that was one of the areas where the runs. Actually, that's probably a white mark from the rag, more than a sag. But anyway, what we've got is it's a bit sort of spotty. This is not too wet to touch. Yeah, that's still sort of leaving a print. Oh, this has been on here for 6 hours, 6.5 hours. It's been on here, and it's still tacky. So, but anyway, as I said, yeah, it's all sort of spotty. You've got a whole lot of dust in it, even though there was hardly any breeze. Still got a bit of dust in it. I didn't spray it in here. I didn't want to get overspray all over the van and other things, and yeah, didn't want to be fumed out either. I sprayed it outside, but a little bit of dust, quite a few bugs in it, but as you can see, they rub off. The bugs may not, but anyway, I'm going to try something. Like, being enamel, you can't cut and polish enamel. As soon as you take the gloss off, it's gone. You don't get it back again. You can't. It's not like acrylic or 2-pack paint where you can dull it and then shine it up again. Enamel is only shiny on the surface, so if you lose that, it's gone. Anyway, so yeah, what I'm saying is I'm going to leave it now for a couple of weeks. Yeah, make sure it's absolutely fully dry. And I'm going to wash it. I'm just going to lightly go over it with a scour. Get all these bugs off and bits of dust. Most of this will come out, I think. And yeah, as I said, there's bits where, the paint's sort of a bit thin. You've got a gloss, and then it's a little bit satiny. So, oh dear, I did get a sag. That's a pretty big sag. The camera's going to pick. Yeah, you can see it. Didn't notice that. Okay, well, that'll have to be rubbed out. Bummer. Means I'm going to have to touch up that little bit. But anyway, as for the rest of it, as I said, I'm going to wait for it to fully dry. And I'm just going to lightly scour it. And what that'll do, it'll do two things. One is it'll even it out, so you won't have, nice gloss and then not so nice gloss. And it'll also age it a little bit. It'll make it look like it's been on there for a few years. Yeah, it'll take away that fresh paint look, which is sort of going to be a bit of a bonus for it anyway, I think. And, yeah. Anyway, yeah, if you want to see how it comes out, I thought I was sort of finished with this boat, but I'll finish video, and it wasn't actually planning to make any more videos, but yeah. We'll see how I go correcting this without having to respray it again. Well, I'm not going to respray it, I'm done with it. So, yeah. But, alright, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Bye.